right, time for Social in Seattle. January is often the month of new beginnings and some fresh starts.
It's also a great month to get outside, try a new adventure, and enjoy winter's beauty. Holly Menino brings us January's Social in Seattle segment.
January 2025, it's not only the start of a new month, but the start of a new year. And joining me for our Social in Seattle segment to kick off 2025 is Linda Lowry. She is a Seattle Arts Commissioner and a columnist with Seattle Magazine. She runs a Social in Seattle column. Linda, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited for 2025 and Social in Seattle and also January because it's a time for new beginnings and exploring some adventure and some different events and activities. So tell me what we have first up. The entire month of January, we're going to start with REI.
REI, you know, we're so lucky to live in the Pacific Northwest. I know I always say that every segment, but we truly are. And, you know, REI is headquartered here in the Seattle area. And, you know, when I think of January, I think like what you said, new beginnings and reflections, but also like health and wellness. And also Winter Wonderland. So REI, they offer winter classes on snowshoeing, cross-country skiing. They're going to have moonlight treks. So you can go to the website, you can sign up for their classes, and just experience the great outdoors. They have different types of like walks through from rigorous to not so rigorous. And I'll be doing the one with Snoqualmie. That's like a level 2. And then, of course, the Moonlight Walk. But if you're not used to being outdoors and want to stay indoors, they also offer indoor classes, which is rock climbing. They have adventure awareness, training, and avalanche classes. So lots to do, whether you want to do indoor or outdoor. And those events go through March.
Also in January, MLK Jr. Day, and there are so many different events taking place around Martin Luther King Jr. Let's start with the first one, a Welcome Walk in Tacoma.
Yes, the Welcome Walk in Tacoma is going to be a 1-mile paved walk around their lake there. And one thing I want to also mention about MLK Jr. on February 20th is also our inauguration day.
On January 20th.
On January 20th. So it's going to be just an exciting, interesting day. And again, we're going to start off with the kickoff with on January 11th in Tacoma with the walk. And then we're going to head over to Lakewood. On January 13th, we're going to be hosting, the city of Lakewood is hosting an artist reception with my fellow Seattle Arts Commissioner, Rodney King. And he'll be there in the evening to do a meet and greet. They're going to have live jazz music, just a great way for the community to come together. And then from there, we're going to go to January 18th, we're going to be headed over to the Federal Way Performing Arts and Event Center with their keynote speaker, Evan Cook. And then on January 20th, here in Seattle, the Northwest African American Museum is hosting their annual MLK celebration with their theme of Forward Together. And they're going to be hosting that event, and it's going to be featuring 2 of their new exhibitions. There's going to be a resource expo, always a fun time to go there. And then I also want to mention on February 16th, this is a national virtual event.
And that's January 16th, right?
I'm sorry,
that's
January
okay.
16th.
That's okay.
I'm already thinking ahead.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But January 16th, and that's a national event, and that's going to be hosted by the King Center. And it's also sponsored by Blacks at Microsoft. And this is going to be an AI-centered event. They're really encouraging classrooms to get involved and register online. It's a free event. And it's focused on their Nonviolence 365 software technology. So recommend to check that out.
So many different activities to get involved when it comes to MLK Jr. Day. Let's talk about Astronaut January at the Museum of Flight. This is really cool.
I love this event. I'm excited to go and hear these astronauts speak, and I'm also excited to know that 2 of the astronauts are female. So we're going to start off with, on January 11th, with astronaut Katie Coleman. She'll be discussing her adventures of finding meteorites in Antarctica, and also talking about her launching of her 1.5 billion science mission. And then we're going to be visited with retired NASA astronaut and Navy SEAL Chris Cassidy, who will give his presentation on his experience being in space for 377 days.
Ooh, my goodness. Can't wait to hear what he has to say.
I know. I'm excited to hear him speak as well. And then on January 25th, we end with astronaut Nicole Stott, and she's going to be speaking about intersection of space and art. There's going to be a film and a Q&A. And this is in conjunction with their Home Beyond Earth exhibit, which ends on January 26th. So really fun astronaut January month.
The Museum of Flight does such great guest appearances, whether it's a booked tour, you know, hearing from different astronauts. I love what they're doing. Okay, goat yoga, you're going to participate in this. It's a thing. Where can people participate and do this?
Goat yoga, it is a thing, and I hear it's like getting a deep tissue massage by a goat.
Okay, there you go.
So this is taking place at Wobbly Ranch in Snohomish, Washington, and it's a popular destination. I'm definitely going to check it out. It's going to be a fun month of January, again, like you said, to reflect and just enjoy what we have to offer in our winter wonderland.
Sounds good. Linda, thank you so much.